Hello and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 240. Finally a round number so I can remember. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Too Fresh Cresh. How are you?
I'm doing good, you know.
Oh,
Birds are chirping.
Birds are chirping? Well, where's that? Where are we going with that?
Just birds are chirping. I'm not even joking. Birds are chirping right now. I have my window open. Birds are chirping.
Don't worry about what I just dropped. Don't worry about that. Potentially didn't hear that.
Wow.
What's going on, dude? I haven't spoken to you. Wow. Okay, great. Now you're not going to talk to me.
I don't know what to say.
Now you're not going to talk to me on the podcast that we do once a week. I'm not going to lie. I was surprised. I was worried you weren't going to turn up.
Why?
Well, we just haven't spoken.
So?
I know, but we don't usually go long periods of time without speaking at all.
That's not true.
When was it?
Like,
Wait. We've been friends for like 3 years now. And you're trying to tell me we've gone a long, extensive period of time where we've not spoken.
It's been how long? It's been like a week.
That's a long time. In quarantine time, that's even longer.
Nah,
what? Okay, so wait. Let me get this straight. A week when you can't go to work.
Yeah.
You're not at school.
Yeah.
You can't do anything else. You can't go see Ben. I'm the next best thing, and you've not even spoken to me. Okay, great, cool. If you don't know,
I don't know what you want me to say here.
If you don't know, My Xbox and Me is our weekly Xbox podcast here on youtube.com/MyXboxandMe is where you can catch the video, and other podcast services. Remember, you can get the show early and support not only myself, but support a lot of things. I'm trying to get the My Xbox and Me website doing more, trying to get the My Xbox and YouTube doing more. If I make more, I promise I will expend. It will go out to everyone. So patreon.com/MCFixer currently is the place to support. You can find us also. No, I've done both of those. Rate us on iTunes. All right, clearly it works, Crash, because we were ranked.
New ratings?
We were it didn't.
Yeah.
We are. So there was a list there was a list from blog.feed.com, and it was ranking the top 25 Xbox podcasts.
Yep.
So I thought we'd quickly go through it real quickly, because just to give some love to people that I do listen to. So Major Nelson's podcast was number 1. I mean, I think that's a bit bullshit, to be honest with you. He's like, he works at Xbox, but I'll allow it. He has a podcast, I'll allow it. Number 1, I'll settle for that, all right? Number 2,
okay.
Podcast Unlocked, which I would say should have been number 1, if I'm being honest.
That's fair, I think.
Number 3, X Bros. I've never listened to X Bros. I do follow them on Mixer, but I haven't listened to it. You got the Xbox 2 podcast, which was number 4, which I have listened to, which is Jez Corden, who writes for Windows Central, and Radel419, who's a YouTuber. They do a great show. I like listening to them sometimes from time to time, so shout out to them. Definitely. Number 4. Number 5, the Xbox Live. Never heard them. No offense, but never heard of them. Number 6, Xbox One Party Chat. This one rubs me the wrong way, Crash.
Okay.
So number 1.
Let me know why.
Number 1, because Ross Miller left this podcast to start that podcast. Yeah?
Okay.
In 2016. So he left us a year later to go and start that podcast. Number 2 reason why that rubs me the wrong way is they've not put up a new episode in God knows how long. Because they stopped doing the show. So how are they above us?
I got it. So you don't think it should be on the list?
No. I think it should be on the list. It was a decent Xbox podcast. What?
I'm just laughing. Can I not laugh?
I feel like you got something to say. It was a decent Xbox podcast, and it's gone now. Everyone's gone on. Look, Ross left. You got Retro, who was on the show, who now works for Xbox. Obviously, you had. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Damn, what was his name? They're gonna kill me. They're gonna kill me for this one. What's his name? He does the 3D printing. He's got the whole channel. And I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's going to come to my head later on in the show, I guarantee it. That was number 6, though, so I'm a little bit salty about that one. Number 7, Xbox Uncut, which, again, I've never listened to. And then there's us at number 8, Crash.
Yep.
My Xbox and Me, number 8, was in the top 10 of 25.
Yeah.
We've been going since 2015, October 2015.
Yeah. One of the oldest podcasts from this list.
Yeah, I mean, only who's you got? Major Nelson. We started before Major Nelson.
1, 2. There's 2 older than us. 2 that I can see.
Yeah. X-Pro started the year before us.
There's 3 older than us. 4 older than us.
There's a few. Don't get me wrong, but
5. There's 5 older than us.
But yeah,
5 out of 25.
I mean, 5 out of 25 ain't bad. 8 out of 25 ain't bad. I
Yep.
feel like we should be in the top 5.
Oh yeah.
If I'm being honest, if we're just putting it out there, I feel like we should be in the top 5. I'm happy we made the top 10 because I think I would be distraught if we hadn't made the top 10. If this list came out and we wasn't on it,
I'm gonna be honest. If this list came out and we weren't on it, Fix would have sent me a DM like, bro, I don't think I'm doing.
I'm done. Anymore. I think I'm done. I've dedicated too much of my life for this not to at least make the list. But shout out to whoever made this list. It doesn't say who made it. It doesn't. I don't know where this has come from. But yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to them nonetheless. Crash. There's not much news this week. I've got to be honest with you.
No.
There's just not much.
It's been a dry week.
It's been a dry. I think it's hard when we've got so much. To be fair, we say that Ghost of Tsushima was like end of last week. Yeah. So if it was a PlayStation podcast, we'd be talking about that. But other than that, yeah, there's nothing.
It's hard for a Xbox podcast right now.
Well, because we're waiting for an event.
Yeah.
This month.
Yeah.
We got one event this month. Yeah. No, it is June, right? It is June.
Yeah, it's May. Right
now. It's May. Sorry, I meant next month. Next month. See what I mean?
This month.
Oh, dates. Yeah, I know. It just wasn't very good.
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
Just wasn't very good.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, we've talked about it. No need to bring it up.
It's just gonna put me in a bad mood again. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We have an event in June.
Yeah.
Which is probably the next big release date for info.
Yeah.
And
Sony
then has an event in June, which I don't know if they'll be talking about third party games.
That's not even confirmed yet, though.
Is it not confirmed?
I don't think so.
A whole bunch of... Okay.
I don't think it's actually confirmed. Like, there's a lot of leaks and stuff like that, but I don't think it's confirmed by Sony. Sony's not come out and been like, we are doing something in June, so...
So there might be an event in June.
There might
from
be.
Sony, which maybe third-party games there, which means more info then.
Mm-hmm.
We still have more summer game stuff happening.
Yep.
Which that seems to be just like one announcement, one and done, and that's all you get.
Yeah.
The next big thing would be Ubisoft. Would that be the next big show?
I don't know. Let me check so we get it actually right. Because I hate it when we talk on things that we don't know and the information's easy to come by. So next thing would be this Next thing for Xbox would be Cyberpunk, which we have a confirmed date at the moment, which is June 11th.
Okay.
Then we got EA Play, which is June 11th as well. But before that, for other people who care about it, which I feel like it will matter to us in a little bit, in a way, which is you got the Steam Game Festival, which you might get some exclusive games that are going to come, well, not exclusive, but games that are shown on PC, which will probably come over to Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass console when eventually and stuff like that. So, yeah, those are next month. We got the Xbox event, we got the Steam Game Fest, we got the Cyberpunk event, and we have EA Play. So,
okay.
So there's plenty to come.
It's just not here.
It's just not here yet, man. It's just not here yet.
And I feel like we're going to be hearing less news because everybody's like, well, we're going to have our show, or we're going to have a time in the spotlight where we can just show off whatever we want.
I think today you get Mafia 3, if I'm not mistaken. Which I'm like, I like Mafia. I just don't.
Mafia 3?
It's the trilogy. It's the trilogy. No, it's all of them. It's all of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, and 3. But I never played 1. But I just don't want to buy it. When you're just like, I'm looking for something to play, and I'm looking for a story-driven game as well. But old game's old, man. I don't even care. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back right now. I'm struggling, Crash. I'm struggling with games, man.
Yeah. I mean, there's not really anything right now.
I'm going to bring it up later, but there's something I want to ask you. Because I don't think so, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Let's get into the dashboard. No, let's get to the topic of the show. At least.
A little ahead of yourself.
Yeah. Also, let us know in the comments below if you did like the time codes on the video version. Crash has been did time codes last week. We're going to try and do it weekly. Also, we can get the show out to Price early, and then he can sort of make clips and stuff. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, topic of the show is Assassin's Creed Valhalla is making changes to its progression and offering a non-violent option. Wrote by GameSpot by James O'Connor. Crash, can you read this for me? Because Haley is looking at me and it looks like she needs me.
Yes. Talking to Kotaku, creative director Ashraf Ismail has delved into the game's progression system as well as how new missions will be doled out. Among other details, Ismail says that one of the goals with this game is to prevent players from hitting progression walls so that you're less likely to need to grind to level up. Open quote, we have a new take on progression in this system, close quote. Ismail says, open quote, we have more. Why'd you laugh?
Carry on.
Just let me, I do laugh when you say stuff sometimes, but that's not the point. we have more the concept of power that is gained through, let's say, player gaining skills, end quote. He wants to avoid big progression walls. That was quoted, by the way, with this game so that players can explore freely without being held back as much. When you set out into the world to go after what it is, you get embroiled into politics. He continues, you get caught into a journey. We give options within that. So sometimes, yes, it means that you can, let's say, negotiate to resolve something.
Not as easy as it looks, is it?
I was fine until you started laughing at me.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to put it on you like that either, Crash.
I'm just saying, you laughed at me.
So, obviously, Assassin's Creed, we very differ in opinions with this one. This is one that we are not on the same page when it comes to Assassin's Creed. I loved Odyssey. Correct. I loved Origins. You didn't love Odyssey or Origins. Where's your hype levels at the moment for Valhalla? Because it seems like it's going to be the perfect balance of both games for both of us.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. This is more stuff that just sort of gets me more into it, more looking forward to it. Because two of my biggest issues with the game was the stealth, that I never felt like stealth was rewarding in the game because you can't one shot most of the people. You'll usually do like half health, and then you'll ruin your whole stealth most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was the level gating, because Odyssey, I can't remember Origins too much, but I know with Odyssey
it was bad.
Level gating. Yeah, and I didn't care enough about the side quests to really like go off and do that. I just sort of wanted to get through the main story, which was really interesting and I really enjoyed, but I couldn't get through it.
Yeah,
because of the level gating, and I was like, I don't want to explore this world for God knows how long just to get the rest of that story.
Yeah, it's interesting. So to carry on with it, did you read just the top part, right?
Yeah. So
yeah, to carry on with it, you've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla won't have a traditional level system as well, which Assassin's Creed Valhalla creative director Ashraf Ismail has explained that Valhalla prioritizes power over numeral levels, which takes into account the skills you've unlocked and the gear you've equipped over a linear increasing number. Speaking to Game Informer, he added, quote, as part of our fresh take on the RPG elements and progression, I would say it's less about levels and more about the sense of power based on skill you have gained. You gain power. That's how we look at the mechanics in the world. It's really about capitalizing and what you can do. Obviously, carrying on, end quote on that. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will let you customize your playstyle using a large skill tree, letting you cater to the type of Viking you want to play as. Speaking to Press Start, Ismail explained that this allows players to, quote, enjoy the experience of the game as they want in terms of an RPG progression, end quote, full stop. I feel like this could be big and this could be really good because if they get it right, because I do agree with you now looking back on it, as much as I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Origins more than Odyssey, but the gating levels off is frustrating. It is that thing where it's like the game shouldn't be so restricted. I want if I want to just story main quest this game all the way through, I should be able to do that, and I shouldn't feel like, I don't think it was too bad, but people have have said that they had to have put level boosters on just to get through the game, and they didn't want to do the side quests and yada yada yada. Obviously, microtransactions is a big thing in Assassin's Creed now. Ubisoft saw like their biggest earnings when that game came out, so this isn't going anywhere. But with the way they seem like they may have fixed the progression system, I really like it.
Yeah. It's one of those where I feel like a game like this should reward you for doing side content where you can get OP, but I don't think the main story should necessitate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do think you should be able to go, and if you just decide to go through it, you will have a tougher time. But especially because Assassin's Creed before Origins and Odyssey was always such a narrative driven
Yeah.
game, that sort of level gating that just sort of makes it feel like they're forcing you to do microtransactions, which I don't know if necessarily was Ubisoft's goal, right? I don't want to say that it was,
Mm.
but it was a byproduct of the game that they decided to make.
Yeah, it's that strange. We're in this strange place where it's like we haven't seen enough to like really give it the benefit of the doubt yet, but what they're saying is the right things, and it's just like, okay, the proof is in the pudding when it comes to these games at the end of the day, and we will have to wait and see. I love the fact that it's still staying very RPG. But it seems like it's going to mix. I'm gonna be able to go off and hunt and hopefully level up my pouches and stuff like that, which is what I loved in Origins. I loved going off and hunting and stuff like that. But you haven't got to. You can still just main quest it, and there you go. Hopefully that is all that's there. Or maybe there's a little bit of like, you need this skill or you need that skill, but there you go. That's about it.
Yeah. I imagine there'll be stuff that they sort of side quests that are more forced upon you. Like, it's clearly like not super tied to the main story, but it is like, oh, here you'll have to go get an upgrade for your hidden blade that isn't relevant to the main story, and it's not really relevant to the story at large, but it is relevant to your progression in the game,
which makes sense. Yeah
so I'm sure you'll have stuff like that. It really is this weird way of balancing it, and I don't know if any games ever necessarily gotten it perfect, right? Of splitting up side content and main content. I think the closest we've gotten is probably Witcher 3. But that's because the side content is so off on its own that it feels complete when you go and do side
100%.
content in that world.
Yeah.
Where side content for most games feels sort of like, hey, my sister's in trouble, can you go save her? And there's no real ramifications, or there's no complete story to it.
Yeah. My sister's trapped in the cave, go to the cave, get a girl. There you go, she's not trapped anymore.
Yeah.
Where's my pot of gold?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to Valhalla. I almost started playing Odyssey again the other day, and I was like, nope.
I was tempted, but then I was
do
like, I'm not I don't want to do the whole leveling thing.
It's not even just that. Just for me, it's just like, no, just wait. A fresh experience is coming. Just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Let's get into what's been in our box. What have you been playing this week, Crash? Stop right there and don't answer. Did you ever finish Gears Tactics?
No.
No, you didn't. I knew you didn't.
No.
That's nuts.
Why?
I just, that's crazy. I know how much you love Gears of War. Yeah. And to know that I thought about I thought last week, I was like, he didn't talk about Gears Tactics at all.
Well, first of all, we didn't talk about what's in our box last week.
Yeah, we did.
Nope.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No, we didn't, Fix.
We did.
Go back and listen. No, we didn't.
Are you sure?
We absolutely did not. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm 100% sure.
Might have skipped it. Might have skipped it. I don't believe you, but we'll find out.
I haven't been playing a ton of games. I've just been sort of put off, not by games, but I haven't just been in the mood for it.
Yeah.
And whenever I am in the mood, Gears Tactics is absolutely the last thing I want to play.
Fair enough.
Where I'm sure I'll get it done at some point. I just have no push to play it right now. The story doesn't push me.
That's so crazy. Every game that I'm like, I drive with, you're just like, nope. And every game that you're like, oh, this is pretty interesting, I'm like, nope. We are so in the polar opposite camps of everything at the moment.
Yeah, that's accurate. Maybe a game that comes out soon will change that.
Like what, though?
Minecraft Dungeons.
No, I'm going to love Minecraft Dungeons. You're not going to care about it.
I'm very excited for it.
We'll talk about Minecraft Dungeons in a bit.
I don't think you'll like it.
What have you been playing then?
I started near Automata.
Okay, yeah, I did see that.
I'm like 5-ish hours into it, I think.
Okay,
maybe a little more, maybe a little less.
People love that game. People love that game. Yeah.
Combat's fun. The world seems cool and interesting. The story seems very confusing, which is purposeful. It feels
Yeah.
like. Uh, it seems solid. I understand. I playing it 4 or 5 hours in. I understand why people loved it. Will I have the same love for it? I don't know. I think there's a lot of like a lot of really interesting game design ideas that are pulled off really, really, really well.
Yeah.
But even pulling the story side and just looking at it from a game design perspective, it definitely deserves a lot of praise.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's one of those games where I'm like, everyone's like, play it, play it, play it, and I'm like, I just know it's not for me. I already know it's not for me. Like, I think I'm at that point where I'm just done with like trying to play games to appease other people. Where I'm like, I know this isn't for me. Like, no. Like that's all.
That's fair.
Did I not last week talk about Yakuza?
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay. Damn.
That's when we had a game of show. You remember?
I don't remember, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I'm done with trying to play games to appease people. Speaking of, so I loaded up Halo, Master Chief Collection.
Why?
So I was gonna play.
Go.
So loaded up Halo Master Chief Collection. As most people who have listened to this podcast will know, and if you've got a better memory than me, you may have heard me talk about Halo before, because I have beaten Crash.
Yeah.
Every single Halo game other than ODST.
How do you know that?
Because when I went into my game to load up, it has completed out of, completed out of, completed out of. And I was like, no way.
You just don't remember.
I was like, I remember playing 1 and 2 with my friend Jack, because he wanted to do it for achievements or something. And I'm pretty sure, in Halo, tell me if I'm wrong, in Halo Master Chief Collection, can I set a different difficulty to somebody else?
Yes, I believe every player has their own difficulty.
So I think I must have set the difficulty to easy, while he set the difficulty to one of the harder ones, and I had to stay alive. And I remember there being a part where he would die, and I would just stand on the bridge and be like, "I'll wait here until you come back." And I remember that very much. But I've beaten 1, 2, 3, 4, Reach. But not ODST is the prequel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
ODST. No, I don't know if ODST is a prequel. I don't remember ODST's story. Reach is the prequel.
Okay, so maybe I've beat ODST and not beat Reach.
ODST is the one where you need health packs.
Crash, I don't remember these games, bro.
Or it's the one where you don't have shields. I forget ODST.
Whatever. Nonetheless.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember these games, dude. At all. That, to me, that is wild. This came out in 2015. I remember buying it. I remember going to Argos. I remember picking up Master Chief Collection, be like, I'm gonna try and get into Halo. I just started the podcast and stuff like that. I must have beat them all. Dude, I don't remember these games. That's mad to me that I've beaten every Halo apart from one of them, and I just don't remember it.
You didn't beat the best one.
I don't even know which one it is I haven't beaten.
If you didn't beat Reach, Reach is the best one.
I think it might have been Reach.
I think Reach has the most interesting story that you'd like. Not that the story and the others are necessarily bad, but I do think that you'd mess with that story more than a lot of the others.
But, yeah, maybe.
You didn't like the first one?
I don't.
When's the last time you played Halo 1?
Oh, must have been 2015.
Because Halo 1's really like your type of game, because like halfway through that game turns into like a semi-horror game.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
I'd remember that. No, it doesn't.
I really don't think you remembered it, and I don't think if you played it with your friend to get achievements, there's a very big possibility that you just sort of like, oh yeah, I'm here. Do whatever you gotta do.
I think that might have been what happened, honestly. And so the whole point was I was gonna go on and just beat the Halo games. I was like, oh, I'm sick of you guys doing my head in. And then once I'd seen that I've already beat them, I was like, hell no, am I beating these games again? I am going to just watch a YouTube video. So what I'm gonna do is just watch a YouTube video for every Halo game, story-wise. And, yeah, go from there before Infinite comes out. So, I didn't technically play the games, but I loaded it up.
Yeah, I guess, that's true.
I just want people to be... This is like, do you remember when me and Mackie had an argument? And she was like, you've not even beat Red Dead Redemption. And I was like... Yeah, you're probably right. And then I checked my achievements and it was like beat Red Dead Redemption. I was like, oh yeah, I have.
I did. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think Halo is your type of game.
no, but it's
It's
weird because I
just
like shooters. I like
it's
story.
Halo up until 4 didn't have running.
That's true.
Halo up until 4 didn't have aiming down sights. If 4 even had aiming down
But
sights.
they're not the things that bother me though. It's his story. I just don't think the story's that good. I don't.
Halo's one of the weird ones where I think it's similar to Gears in a lot of ways. Where I think Gears is an easier to story to get into because you have like this squad of people that you're getting into, where Halo it's like Master Chief and what's going on with the aliens. But a lot of the things that set up the story and the bigger world are the books, and that's why people really like the stories and whatnot. You don't care about the
And
books.
we know for well,
So
I'm not reading no damn book.
yeah. So you're not really gonna get into Halo's
Yeah.
story and Halo's universe and all that stuff. Because there is a lot of like really cool stuff that happens in Halo. It just happens in the books and whatnot.
I remember every single Gears of War, every single one, all those epic moments, and just
you missed the most epic moments because they're all in books.
what in Halo or Gears.
Gears.
I'm not reading no
Actually, don't think
goddamn
it's
book.
necessarily
Get out of here.
Read the comic books.
No,
They
you
got
read the comic
pictures.
books. You read me the. Let's get into a Discord call together, and
I'll-
you read me.
You'll
the
look at the
books.
pictures and I'll read them to you. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
Deal.
Every night before you go to sleep.
I mean, I just finished Last Dance, so very sad. Very sad. I've been playing a bit of Call of Duty. I can't get a win to save my life. Like,
Okay.
I've got 3 wins in total.
In
Can't-
total,
Yeah, I thought I had more than that.
you have to have more. Than
No,
that.
I've got 3.
You won a solo one.
Yep,
You won with me.
I have one with you.
You won with me twice.
I
No,
must have done. And that's it.
I feel like you have more ones.
So did I, but I've only got 3. I can't
Wow.
lie. My friend Bud, who's a casual gamer, he come on and he was like, I played with him yesterday, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've got 4 wins now," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "I've got more wins than you." I was like, "Oh my god!" When you're talking shit, you know I've got problems. You know I've got problems. But yeah, I can't seem to get in a rhythm of what I want to play at the moment.
Mm,
You know,
I hear that. I feel that.
so
New Apex season. We played that.
we played that. We did play that. I'm not buying the character, so
I've been playing quite a bit of that. So you wouldn't play if you don't buy the new character?
it's not. I'd play with you, but I'm not gonna play it solo, and I'm not gonna play it
Got it.
like it's just and that's the problem I've got with COD. Is like solos are not enjoyable, trios without a squad's not enjoyable.
Talking about COD, the new solo mode they have, which is
It's
Stimulus or
awful. I
whatever,
hate it.
it's horrible.
I hate
it.
it.
Is garbage. It is so bad.
Yep.
You know how many times I kill somebody and they just drop back in
Yep.
and just kill me while
Yep.
I'm like off looting or something? Or I'll go somewhere and there's always people everywhere, or I'll drop and there's people there already.
Hate
And
it.
it's like I get to be in the game more, but it's not enjoyable. It's a very bad experience.
I've got a lot of gripes with COD at the moment. Number 1, RPGs. Get rid of them.
RPGs are horrible. Akimbo's horrible.
It's ruining the game. Like,
Yeah.
literally, there was we had a fight the other day, and everyone is carrying a goddamn RPG.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand why that mode needs RPGs. I think I was playing with you, where me and you were hiding in a bathroom or something like that, and somebody just like RPGs reloads. The other person throws an RPG. We're almost dead, and we're like, okay, we can get out of here now. And the guy who was just reloading his RPG kills us.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's infuriating. It's not an enjoyable and fun experience. Well, I think most of COD's enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I do really think they have a really good game there. It is RPGs are not fun and akimbos aren't fun.
What's
right?
Kimball's?
When you hold the 2 pistols,
Oh, I haven't come up against that.
though they're broken. I probably because I don't know what Xbox players do, but on PC it happens a lot. I've run into it on Xbox, so I'm surprised you actually.
No, I haven't. I actually haven't.
They're super OP.
Got ya.
It's a lot of stuff where it's like they gotta take stuff out, they gotta balance it, which hopefully it had an update the other day. So I'm hoping some of this.
Well, maybe
is
they got taken out.
Yeah.
But the RPGs ain't. They're still there, and they're jarring my head. They're jarring me.
Yeah. RPGs, just get rid of them.
Doing my head.
RPGs.
Doing
just
my head.
Don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, it's just it's infuriating.
That's one thing I'll say about Apex. No RPGs, great experience.
I like Apex a lot. I need a squad when I play Apex though. I can't play that game on my own. At least I'm jumping into these matches with randos. And yeah, they're frustrating. I had literally had 10 kills the last game, and my squad just didn't come near me the whole match. I spent the whole match trying to get to my squad in COD, and literally killed 10 people. 10 people on my way, and then they wouldn't buy me back.
Oh.
I was like, great.
Yeah, COD's one of the weird ones where it's like people can buy you back, but it's money, and they're like, I gotta buy me that UAV or whatever.
That's literally what you do, Crush. That's literally what you do.
I did that once.
Yours is a running joke of, oh, should we buy a self-revive or should we get Fix?
Well, every time I say that from now, it's a joke. I don't do it. I did it once. Once. I used to let it go, bro.
I'm never letting it go. Never.
But yeah, no, it's because like there is value in reviving somebody, and for them it's like, well, that person got 10 kills off on his own. I'm playing with the team. Me getting something for the team is more important than that person.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. At least I was gonna say at least it has solos, which Apex doesn't.
But the solos is trash.
But solos is so bad right now. They got to bring back the old solos. Stimulus is horrible.
Yep.
It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. One of the best parts about COD is the gulag. They're like, yo, take the gulag out. If you have 4,500, you can just revive. And it's like, no, thank you. I don't want that.
No,
that's a horrible experience.
I 1,000% agree with you. For the first time ever. 1,000% agree.
Damn.
Anything else you been playing?
Nier, Automata, Apex. I think that's it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. This one just popped up on my Twitter timeline, so we're gonna start with this instead of what we. This is this week on the dashboard, by the way. No questions this week. Remember, you can email in myxboxandmepodcast@gmail.com, or you can post us a question on Twitter, or you can join my Discord and drop a question in the Discord channel part for that. PlayStation Now have just announced their numbers, Crash.
Okay.
2.2 billion paid subscribers.
Ooh.
And Xbox are sitting at 10 million in comparison on Game Pass.
Ooh, wow.
Interesting.
That's kind of crazy.
Right?
That's actually really crazy.
But it tells me something. This is the interesting one, yeah? So, this is my problem with PlayStation Now. Because I've wanted Spider-Man for ages, right? And they added Spider-Man to PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
Instead of buying a month, a year of PlayStation Now, I ended up buying Spider-Man instead. Digitally. Because I know the game's going to leave again. If they just put their old first-party titles in that thing, I'd subscribe to PlayStation Now. Like I would with... I will never not have Game Pass. Never. I don't care. Once my years run out and stuff, I will always have Game Pass. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really...
So in comparison, it's like... This is what I keep trying to say to people, because I had some rise the other day in my chat, on my Twitch chat, and it's like, oh, Xbox is trash, they need to just stick to services, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, are you nuts? Are you nuts? Like, what are you on about? I'm at that point now where I'm like, they're killing it on the hardware. Like, in comparison to PlayStation, they're not, but they are killing it on the hardware. They're selling units, and they've got 10 million Game Pass subscribers, and PlayStation have 2.2 billion. So PlayStation are killing it, 100 million PlayStations, congratulations, but their services are trash.
Yeah.
In comparison. I'm not saying they're actually bad, but in comparison.
But so those numbers are just so weird, because it's also I don't think it's fair to even compare them.
Why?
Because if you're new to Game Pass, you can get it with $1. They had the whole upgrade thing, which people are still running off of that.
But PlayStation have that as well. They have some sort of... I'm pretty sure if I go PS Now...
They have a free trial for 14 days.
Same thing then.
But you said paid accounts, right?
Yeah, but you're still paying if it's $1.
No, the trials you don't pay.
No. I understand what you're saying. I understand that. What I'm saying is, Xbox still... Even if Xbox say they've got 10 million paid subscribers, even at $1, still they're paid.
Okay, I mean that's fair, but I think it's an easier entry point to get somebody's credit card and then keep them in. You don't have to do that for PlayStation Now.
No, yeah, you do. You have to put a card on it, because I was gonna do it
for the trial.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm almost certain.
I don't remember that.
I'm almost certain. I might be wrong.
I did it a long time ago, and I don't remember that. You could
Oh
absolutely
no,
100% be right.
7 days. I can subscribe
7
right now
days.
for 7 days for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah, free trial, which after recurring subscription is $9.99.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I 100% agree with you, but I don't think. Why are you comparing PlayStation Now to Game Pass?
I just what I'm trying to say is it's interesting to see where we're at in the game cycle's life, like where we're at with these two companies, where it's like
Got it.
Xbox are very much in a position where the next Xbox doesn't even need to, like, it needs to sell enough, but it doesn't need to sell 100 million units to be successful.
No. Well, we've sort of been going on this for a while with
Yeah.
Xbox. It is a service platform. It isn't a unit sale. It's not hardware sales. That's what PlayStation is going to be, right? Unless PlayStation decides to change in the future, that is what PlayStation is. It is constantly moving towards the future. Where with Microsoft, it's sort of like unifying the future and the past to a certain degree. Where occasionally, like the OG Xbox One is eventually going to get phased out,
Yeah.
but for the most part, it will be like this sort of uh whole collective of consoles where Sony will be the next thing and then the next thing after that and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I find it interesting to see these numbers come up. I would expect. We always talk about the PlayStation fandom, right? We always talk about how PlayStation fans support PlayStation exclusives and they get behind them, and that's something that Xbox has struggled with in a sense of there hasn't been enough exclusives to get behind, and the exclusives that we've had have not always been fantastic, in some people's opinions, even though I thought we should have supported Quantum Break better than we did. It's interesting to see obviously, that's just a no-brainer. I'm trying to say something other than Sunset because I always go to Sunset. It's what I'm trying to say is it's just interesting to see how their services are not doing as well. PlayStation in comparison.
But it's also a difference in where they stand in power, right? Sony doesn't need to lean into services. Sony's like, we have games, you guys are going to buy the games. We'll put them on PlayStation Now as a treat every once in a while. We'll occasionally give them away on games with gold or games with
PlayStation,
gold, PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
We'll occasionally do stuff like that, but you guys are going to support our games, so that's how we're going to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's different when Microsoft started doing a lot of their Game Pass deals and all this stuff. Microsoft was sort of on one knee, like trying to get back up, right?
Yeah.
They were knocked down. They're like, we're going to stay in this fight. We're going to improve. We're going to be better. And they have become something incredibly different that going from this point forward, in general, comparing PlayStation to Microsoft is going to get more and more difficult, right?
But as time goes on, right? As time goes on, I'm talking in 10, 15 years' time. Right now, Xbox are in the best position. What's the word I'm looking for? Like, they're on the right trajectory, right? Where consoles are going to get to a point where they are no longer. We're already seeing it with Stadia. You can laugh at Stadia all you want. The hardware is still, the software, I should say, and infrastructure is still impressive. Like, it works. So we're getting closer to that period, right? And obviously, even PlayStation must see that with having a service like PlayStation Now, we're putting their games on PC as well. Eventually, slowly but surely. Are we going to see do you think this gen, and this is a big question for you, really, do you think we see a big turn in the conversation when it comes to Xbox? Because we're in this weird place. The event was not that great. Then, who did the tech demo? Jesus Christ, I can't think of it.
Unreal
Epic came out, and they kind of aligned with PlayStation on this one, so it's still that conversation. Do you see the conversation shifting soon, where PlayStation Plus doesn't pick up to 10 million users, where you're buying? Cool. We're about to talk about Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft sold 200 million copies. We're about to talk about that next in the next story. It's like there's not a single exclusive PlayStation have that sold like that.
Yeah, that's very true. But do you view Minecraft as a Microsoft Xbox exclusive?
I shouldn't say exclusive. I should have said just what I meant by exclusive. I shouldn't have said exclusive because it's not. It's making lots of money. So it's a Microsoft IP. Is what I should have said. I shouldn't have said exclusive.
Yeah, that's fair. No, but like, I don't see the conversation changing within this next gen. because I don't think internet as a service, like internet completely, which with
Yeah.
Stadia and everything, you need to be able to stream.
Hmm.
It's not necessarily the same case with Game Pass, but if they're gonna lean into xCloud,
Yep.
Game Pass, it all becomes part of the conversation. Internet's not viewed as a commodity yet, where you need internet, and people do need internet more and more nowadays.
Yeah.
Until that conversation happens, where it's like, um, internet is a commodity, where internet is a thing that you need to live your daily life, and most people have good internet. There's a lot of people with really not good internet, where the best Stadia could be the best platform and the best everything. People
Yeah.
would not be able to play Stadia in the world. People wouldn't be able to, and it's not even like people in America wouldn't be able to play Stadia. People in the UK wouldn't be able to play Stadia.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, people in wherever it is can't play Stadia.
Timbuktu can't play it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Um, it is people in first world countries wouldn't be able to use Stadia.
Yeah.
And that becomes sort of like an issue with that whole angle.
Hmm.
Where
Mm-hmm.
I do think Microsoft's very future proofing, where there will be a point in time if Sony doesn't change, Microsoft, just by like nature of adapting so early, will become a powerhouse, probably overpowering. Not they're not a powerhouse right now, but they will surpass Sony at some point if Sony doesn't sort of start adopting to these things, which it does seem
Which
like
says they
are
are
slowly
slowly.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Moving on, Minecraft has sold over 2 million copies, like I said earlier. To date, this one was taken from gamesindustry.biz. Microsoft has announced that Minecraft has now sold 200 million copies to date, with the game officially reaching its 11th anniversary from its original public release over the weekend. In a celebratory blog post, Microsoft also revealed that Mojang was rebranding itself to Mojang Studios, with a new logo in an effort to unify its Redmond and Stockholm studios and remote teams members globally. In addition, Minecraft is currently seeing 126 million monthly active users and has seen over 50 million downloads of free education content through the Minecraft Education Collection and Minecraft Education Edition. The 200 million sale figures from Microsoft is up from 176 million units sold as of the same time last year. Mojang Studios is preparing to launch Minecraft Dungeons later this month. We spoke to the lead. This was a lead of the 25-person team on Minecraft Dungeon. About the game just this week. This also went on. I got this one from The Verge, which was Microsoft acquired Minecraft maker Mojang nearly 6 years ago for 2.5 billion. At the time, it had sold 50 million copies across PC, Xbox 360, PS3, and other platforms. It was a smart purchase by Microsoft, and incredible sales growth and momentum ever since has kept players returning to the game for years. Microsoft sales have now topped 200 million with 126 million players globally, blah, 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 blah. The point I want to get to here is Microsoft has also seen a big increase in usage in Minecraft, with a 25% increase as of last month and a spike of 40% in multiplayer sessions. Dude, that's wild. Like, I think we definitely had that conversation, right, where it was like 2.5 billion.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of money. Like, what are they thinking here? Like, it already seemed like the flannel had already been wrung dry in Minecraft. Like everybody had Minecraft. Again, we live in our little bubbles, which is the problem. Like, you spoke to anyone, they honed it on their iPad and their Switch and their this and their that and their that. And it's like, nope, we're just going to keep selling this to people. I don't know how. And it's not even on Steam, on PC.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's crazy because a lot of people also play on PC.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say
Epic's evil, even though they don't have to go to Steam.
Maybe. What would you do if it went on the Epic Store? That'd be big. So would I, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Minecraft's like one of those games that's sort of like, it's good for kids.
Yep.
Kids can play that. Adults can have their sort of like creative time and whatever, and they can mess about in the game. It is literally a game that you can play and go into any mode. You can go into creative mode. You can do the survival mode. You just want to build a nice town. You are able to do that. And the game has no problems with letting you do what you want.
Yeah.
If you play on PC, there's a whole bunch of mods that'll add dungeons, do all sorts of stuff there is a lot of replayability and a lot of life in the game in the PC, but sort of the game constantly being talked about gets people to keep going back to it on consoles, which might not have as much replayability, but they're like, oh, I saw somebody playing Minecraft. I only have it available on my Xbox. I'm just gonna load it up and boot it up and play for a while.
The thing that's crazy to me is, so that's 200 million copies sold, right? That's without any microtransactions, and that game is full of them now. They've got like their own little marketplace thing, and the skins and the world builders and all that stuff that's in there now. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
They print money. They absolutely print money.
100% have to, right? Toys, like I finally understand why Microsoft were like, yeah, that's nothing. We're good. We got this. Yeah, buy that.
Because Microsoft could have seen us solely as like, it might not sell a whole lot of more units on console, but it'll sell toys like crazy.
Which it did.
Yeah, like the toy market's actually really, really crazy. How much money the toy market actually makes.
Yep.
Where the Power Rangers movie that came out.
Yep.
100% funded that movie, not through ticket sales, through toys that sold attached to the movie, which is why they're making another one.
Of course.
Right? It's because toys sell. Toys make a lot of money.
I remember giving it to obviously I got a little brother and he's into Power Rangers. And I remember going like buying him. He bought like this big dinosaur, like it looked like a transformer to me more than a Power Ranger. And I gave it to him and he already had one. And I was like, oh, do you want me to like take it back and return? He was like, no, now I've got two and they can fly. And he just started smashing them together. I'm like, okay, cool. He's happy. That's all that matters. And he literally has every Power Ranger toy. So I'm sure there's kids out there that have every Minecraft toy imaginable. So
yeah. And it's like not a game that's gonna be going away anytime soon, right?
No, but what do they do with it next? Like, obviously we got Minecraft Dungeons coming out this month.
Yeah,
a 25-person team worked on that, and that was the quote which was most impressive to me. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't realize this was a small team working on it.
Absolutely. I think Minecraft Dungeons is gonna be really interesting. It'll tell us how much that Minecraft can actually branch out of its original game. Is if Minecraft Dungeons is successful or not. Because like there's a possibility, like everybody's like, oh, it's Minecraft. People will go on and play it, especially if it's attached to Game Pass. But there's no saying whether the game will be super relevant or super successful, right?
100%.
Past that.
Yep.
So this game will be very telling for Minecraft's future outside of the original game and the toys and stuff like that. Because I don't remember Telltale's Minecraft game being super huge. I remember that coming out. I remember people talking about it, but it never was as big as other Telltale games. Right?
It's a weird one though, because it probably wasn't as big to like core gamers, right? But I remember that was on Netflix, so they would have made money from that. I know that there's like, if you go on Amazon Prime, there's like Let's Plays of that, which they do like a story time with it. So I bet they made money off that somehow, like in a different way.
Absolutely.
So,
but do you give credit to Minecraft as an entertainment form as opposed to the game? Or do you give that to the game?
I give that to Minecraft. That's the brand is so important. It's like, okay, yeah, well, this may not have went as well as we wanted it to. How can we still make this relevant? It's like, okay, we'll turn it into a TV interactive thing. We'll turn it into a Let's Play series that we post through Amazon Prime. Well, like Minecraft has that name. It made me click it. So if I clicked it, how many other people clicked it? So
because like I think no matter what, whether Minecraft Dungeons works or not, I think a Minecraft TV show will work. I think a Minecraft movie would work. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because kids will want to go see it, so parents will go see it with their kids, or parents will load it for their kids on Netflix or whatever, or kids will load it. Kids do that all the time. They'll go scrolling through Netflix and they'll
find what they want,
Minecraft or whatever it is. Yeah. So
I mean, Haley's nephew, Harry, he's got his iPad, and he literally just. You're right though. I'm with you on the whole kids not having iPads type thing. I'm like, the more and more I see these kids with iPads, I'm like, you don't know how to use the potty yet, but you know how to use his iPad. Seems like society's got it's a little bit backwards. You know what I mean? A little bit backwards.
Keep them distracted.
Yeah, it is. It's constant, isn't it? It's constant.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But yeah, like watching him though, he's just like, yep, Minecraft. Yep, Friday Nights at Freddy's. That's what Friday Night at Freddy's. Is that what it's called? 13 Nights at Freddy's.
Is it 13 or Friday?
One of the two.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he watches that. It's just like click, 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 click. I'm like, oh, that's why these kid-friendly YouTubers are making bank. Because
you make thumbnails that kids like. You put like lots of colors, big bold letters.
That's where I've been going wrong my whole life. I need to be like, hello everybody? How are you all doing? Top of the morning. I'm not taking the Mickey Jacksepticeye. I love you, but you know. You got that voice. You got that voice, bro. I respect it. Moving on. Respawn Entertainment establishes new studio in Vancouver, led by the design director for Sleeping Dogs. Respawn Entertainment has branched out into a new studio set up in Vancouver, Canada, to support the development of Apex Legends via gamesindustry.biz. This studio is located within Vancouver campus for Electronic Arts, which is publisher of Apex Legends, and it will be led by Steven Ferreira, who was design director for Sleeping Dogs, developer United Frontier Games. Quote, when you look at Vancouver, it's one of our EA biggest studio locations, end quote, said Henry Lee, ahead of the operations in an interview with gamesindustry.biz. Vancouver is, quote, and Vancouver is full of talented people in the games industry. So there was a natural fit with Steve coming on board with his core team and really establishing the foundations. Now we're just adding the missing pieces to it. It goes on with a little bit more. There's about 80 people that have gone over the recruiting and stuff like that to the studio. So a lot more work to be done on Apex Legends. Cool. I just thought, again, slow news week, unfortunately. So I thought I'd add it. They're moving. Good for them.
Yeah, this is also like, we'll probably get... Apex has sort of had an issue where Fortnite hasn't, and COD's sort of been okay with it, and that is bringing content more rapidly to bring players back. So hopefully this actually does sort of like fix that, where there will be more map changes and whatnot more frequently and stuff like that to bring players back, which it does seem, because it does seem like they're doing a whole bunch of like story stuff and they're doing the PvE events and stuff like that now.
Yeah, I agree.
So
well, hopefully it just keeps getting better, right? That's what we want. It's like, we want our games to keep getting better. So
agreed.
Let's hope. Next up, Anthem. I'm pretty sure I said I'll never talk about this game again on this podcast.
You've said that several times.
Anthem's being worked on by a 30-person team in an incubated team. I'm not talking about it no more. That's why I just put the title. Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool.
What more do you expect than that?
When are we getting Anthem 2.0? God knows how long. God knows how long, but they're reworking it. There you go.
I will say they're probably doing it the right way of making it a small team so they don't put a lot of money into it in the beginning.
Yep.
And they can work on concepts before ever like really hard committing, because like I think it would be more troublesome if they still had a big team where it was like, you need a new idea and you need it now and you just need to go for it, where this is how they'll mess with stuff in the game as is, and the people who do play it there's still people who play it, which is funny.
Crazy.
They'll sort of give them feedback and they'll sort of be able to like twink and work on the game little by little before they know fully what they want, and they have to hard commit to that.
Yep. I totally agree. Unfortunately, I hate agreeing with you, Crash. Makes for a much funner podcast when we argue.
I've done that a lot today.
I have. I'm tired as well, gotta be honest. So I haven't got the energy to play devil's advocate today and sort of like, no, I disagree. They should be doing this. Like, no, not today. Digital only event dates announced for Gamescom 2020, which will now take place from August 27th to August 30th. The Gamescom Content Hub, Gamescom Now, will be expanded and will feature, quote, world premieres, news, games, and events, end quote. Again, no need to read the rest of this. Jeff Keighley's working on it, obviously, with the rest of his Summer Game Festival. I'm just happy we got dates for it now.
Yeah.
I wonder if that means we're not getting one big event, though. Right? So,
what do you mean?
Because April 27th, we'll see the return of Jeff Keighley's opening night live showcase, and the rest of the show run will include new presentations, including Gamescom, Awesome Indies, and Indie Focus Showcase, the Gamescom Daily Show, which will expand on announcements at the show. Okay, cool. So it's big Gamescom show, open night live, then there's an indie thing, then there's like an interview show, all separate days, which I am super happy about.
Yeah. My assumption is how this will go is August 27th. A lot of the big stuff will be announced, with some stuff more like sprinkled throughout, but that'll be most of the stuff. And the other 2 days will be sort of like, here's us going more in depth on A, B, and C, right?
Well, I think we're going to get an indie focus showcase, it says. So I'm hoping day 1's big stuff, day 2's indie stuff, day 3 is whatever they want to expand upon, they will. Yeah. So, cool. I'm happy about it. Next up, hundreds of thousands of users are playing DayZ again since it joined Xbox Game Pass. Quote, hundreds of thousands of new players have jumped into DayZ since the survival game joined Game Pass library last week. Citing, quote, a huge influx of new players, end quote, developer Bohemian Interactive says the, quote, hardcore survival game is flourishing now more than ever and has become one of the most played games on Xbox, end quote. Reopen the quote. Xbox Game Pass is a great opportunity for us to open the game to a different audience and to let a massive number of new players experience DayZ in all its crude harshness, beauty together with the veterans, said Bohemian Interactive publishing developer. Not even going to try and pronounce that name in a press release. Over the years, DayZ has gone through a difficult development, but Bohemian Interactive never lost faith in the game. So seeing its record player numbers across all platforms is a very rewarding moment for the whole team. For us, it also confirms that DayZ still remains an unmatched and unforgettable survival experience, end quote. I almost played this, Crash.
When?
Yesterday. Yeah, before I did my schedule, I was like, I mean, I love DayZ on PC. That was like one of the first PC games I ever played. On a terrible PC. I love the concept. I love zombies, as you know. I love survival, as you know. It's like the perfect game for me. But I just never did. Now I'm knowing there's a lot of people back in it though on console. I'm like, maybe now's the time to jump back in. We've all got Game Pass, so it's not hard to convince people to then download it and maybe play with. So yeah, it should be interesting. Another game added to Game Pass as well, Crush, which is Golf with Friends has now been added to Game Pass, which was a surprise. I see Team 17 put it out, and I've seen this obviously a popular game on PC, but I'm happy it's in Game Pass. So Team 17 supporting Game Pass heavy at the moment. Moving out, Golf with Friends. We should play. Are we going to do a Let's Play?
Oh, we could, yeah.
We won't. We'll do a stream instead.
Well, why won't we?
I just don't think we will. I just wanted to go against you for once, Crush, for this podcast.
I mean, you went against me earlier.
I'm going against you now. All right?
Okay. There's no limit to how much you can go against me, Fix.
Thank you. Well, you just want me close, that's all. Jesus. I don't trust you.
I wasn't talking about it like that, but if you want... no, I'm not. I'm good. We gotta stay 6 feet apart, bro.
Oh, you're right. We
can get 6 feet. You know what? I'll cut it to 5.5 feet.
Thank you.
That way we're closer than most people.
Well, we're not. If you're in London, Jesus, people are jumping all over me. Did I tell you someone tried to get in the lift with me?
Really?
I was in the lift, going down, taking the garbage down to help you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I understood what you meant.
The rubbish guys. And some guy was like, I'm getting in. And I was like, no, you're not. And he was like, here I am. I was like, well, move out the way then, because I'll take the stairs. And like, he just sort of took like 2 steps back. And I just went past him. Douchebag.
Crazy.
It's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy out there.
People are so crazy. I saw on Twitter, somebody was like, yeah, I went out for a walk and I went and sat down and some lady came next to me without a mask and I asked her to move away. And then she started taunting me and I'm like, why? Why are people like that? Why are people doing that?
She started taunting me. What did she do? Like, hey, you come over here, suck it. Starts putting up the DX suck it signs and like, oh, God knows.
But it's crazy. People are like really, really crazy.
Oh, people be cray. Next up, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 won't launch with microtransactions. Keyword there, won't launch. Speaking to GameSpot, Curious Visions boss Jen O'Neill told the outlet, quote, everything that you see at launch is going to be unlocked with gameplay. We're not planning on having monetization at launch. So they're going to do what they did with Crash Bandicoot, right? Which was, it was not a launch and then it was heavy afterwards.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot, the kart racer, not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the base content that was in the original is free. So like, it's all new stuff they're creating for the game that they're going to charge you for. Which
definitely not free because you're paying for the game. Just so we're both aware.
You
definitely not free. Definitely.
You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
Definitely not free. Moving on Titanfall! No new game currently in development, Chris, suggesting 2019 title was cancelled. There is no new Titanfall game in development right now, suggesting a Titanfall game teased last year may have been cancelled. But Respawn co-founder Vince Zampella wants to make a new game happen. Asked by IGN if the Titanfall franchise was over in an interview about the studio's 10th anniversary, Zampella explained, quote, "There's nothing currently in development, but it's always there." End quote. Chris, do you ever think we see another Titanfall single player story driven game?
I think we see a game in the Titanfall universe.
That's not what I want. I want Titanfall.
Yeah, I don't know if that
Isn't Apex in the Titanfall universe?
Yeah. And like people like Apex's story and its characters. I could 100% see Apex doing a game that's a single player game.
I hope not.
I could see Respawn doing a game that's Apex oriented. It's technically the Titanfall universe.
Yeah, okay. The only universe I care about is the MCU, alright? And even that, I don't watch the TV stuff, okay?
So you don't really.
So what, now I don't care? Damn, Chris, that's not... You're rude. You're rude. Yeah, I mean, they've got to do a lot to top that story, is the problem.
What?
Titanfall 2, yeah.
Didn't play it. Can't speak.
Oh, so good. So good.
I played the beta and I was like, not getting this game.
Why?
Titanfall to me was a multiplayer game. The first one didn't have
the single player was so good.
The first one, they had this weird thing like the stories in the multiplayer.
Yeah, I remember that. That was dumb.
That
was dumb. I remember that exclusive. I remember how hyped. That was one of my best ever streams at the time. I did a Titanfall beta stream, and it got like 50 views. I was like, I'm famous. I did it.
I made it.
I did it. And all these people are gonna come back tomorrow. And then I went live and no one came back. I was like,
yeah,
damn it.
Yeah. After that, like Titanfall 2 came out, and I played the beta for the multiplayer, and I was like, this ain't it for me. And I heard the single player was good, but I was like,
fantastic.
I'm already burnt out on how they did single player in the first one. I don't.
Oh no, it's a real single player story. It's not,
I understand that. I understand that like after the fact, but after the fact, it was like I've already seen too much to like really care about like going to that new experience, right?
There's one mission in particular that's just so good. Moving on, PGA Tour 2K21 on course for August by Luke Riley of IGN. 2K announced that its recently unveiled PGA Tour 2K21. Sorry, there's a lot of numbers and letters there. Will be teeing off August 21st, 2020 for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, PC, Steam. 2K first revealed the game with a short teaser last week. 21st, Crash. Important day, you know?
Yeah.
Why is it important?
Your birthday.
No, not my birthday. Whose birthday?
Haley?
Yes.
There we go.
My birthday is
Someone's
July,
birthday.
mate. I'm July.
I knew it was in July. I was pretty sure it's Fixes a June, July baby.
I'm July.
Pretty sure.
I can hear the birds.
Can you hear them? I told you they were chirping, bro.
Shh. Dicks.
Nah, you can't hear them.
Wait, shh.
Hello.
Oh, you're going to hear them when you talk. Damn it.
Yeah.
Chris has got a chirping sound effect on, that's all.
It's definitely like testing out for my next stream.
Are you into golf games? Did you ever play any golf games? Doesn't seem like you to be a sports. You like some sports games, but I don't think this would be one of them.
No, golf? Absolutely not.
Yeah. No, Pete, like the last good golf game was Tiger Woods Tour 2. I don't know, one of the Tiger Woods games.
I agree.
We should get a new Mario Golf, man. Multi-platform though, yeah.
I'm mad. That'll never happen.
I wish.
Talk about stuff that'll never happen. I think you'll sooner see like an Xbox game on like PlayStation than you would.
Well, we are Minecraft Dungeons.
That's an Xbox game.
It's Xbox. It's owned by Xbox.
It's a Microsoft game.
Microsoft owned Xbox. It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
You're just trying to argue for the sake of it.
I'm not arguing for the sake.
It's exactly the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
What's the difference?
Microsoft
own Xbox.
Yeah.
So
Xbox is okay. Just logically follow this, right?
Okay.
Microsoft's the big dog, right?
Yes.
You follow 2 lines down. You have Minecraft and you have Xbox.
No,
If Minecraft is on something, you follow the lineup, and that's Microsoft. That's not Xbox.
that's not how this works.
Ah,
You know you're wrong as well. I'm not even going to do it. Games with Gold this month. V-Rally,
what do you mean I'm wrong?
May 1st to May 31st. Warhammer, May 16th to June 15th. And Overlord, May 16th to May 31st. Let's plug, and get ourselves out of here, Chris. What you got to plug? And if you say anything about Minecraft, we're in trouble.
My Xbox and the YouTube page.
Yep.
We played through Streets of Rage 5 a little while ago. If you guys haven't checked that out, check it out. New Let's Play coming next week.
If I edit it, yes. Why are you gonna put that out there like you're the one editing it? I'm the one who's got to edit, you scrub. Douchebag.
What else?
Check Crash out on Mixer.
Mixer.com/Crash. Mixer.com/Fix at the Mix.
I mean, nah, you wouldn't get anything if you did that. Just YouTube search Fix in the Mix, just see it.
Fixer's Patreon page, patreon.com/MC Fixer.
Why are you plugging me?
I don't know.
Get out of here. Alright, everyone, have fun. Be safe. Have I got anything to plug? I don't think I do. I might put out a diss track this week, who knows. Till then, love you, leave you. See you later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.